start with the opening statement from Coach and then open up for questions.
Yeah, well, ended up being a solid win. Took us a while, a little bit, to get going, but TCU's been doing that to teams. I don't know what, I think it's just they keep you off balance. Going to play some man, going to play zone. They just keep mixing up their defenses, so trying to kind of game plan for a little bit of both it's not the easiest task at times when you're not sure exactly what it's going to look like. But our kids got the good start. TCU answered it. Maybe kind of had a little late answer in the first quarter. Thought we started to settle a little bit in the second, but then that third quarter was really good. That was us at our best. Got some turnovers, led to some easy baskets. A lot of those steals were, we call them pick sixes, like in football, where you run it back for a touchdown. So the layup. So got some pick sixes that quickly got the separation that we needed. But yeah, all in all, pretty good outcome for us on one we needed after the Baylor loss the other night. We kind of needed to bounce back, and I know the injuries and the depletion that they've had, so they're battling it, and feel for them, and I think they'll get a couple guys back here pretty soon, but they're doing a great job, and it was a tough battle for sure, so proud of the outcome.
You talked about the turnovers. How much did that help you guys kind of maybe get in a little bit of a rhythm there offensively, so kind of start with exactly what you wanted?
Yeah, well, I thought we got some turnovers early, but we gave them all right back. I know at one point, I think in that first media, we had 4 turnovers and they had 4 turnovers. And, so there just wasn't flow to it. We want flow. We wanted tempo. Probably a little bit of pace in this game, too, just, knowing what they had and some of the numbers. So, we just finally, and we tweaked a couple things in the press and for the second half after we had seen kind of what they were doing. But really, our kids just made plays, and it was the difference, no doubt. Those were some easy buckets that, like I said, got some separation in the score because it went from, whatever it was at half to 18, 19, 20, they're pretty quick, and then we were able to just kind of keep them at bay.
Coach Mike Suthalter, ready for the Dominion Post. So what was it like to be back in the Metroplex here for you to come back?
Yeah, I've been on this campus a lot. My brother actually went to school here and played soccer at TCU, so I was over here visiting him a ton back in the day, and been over here watching football games and all sorts of stuff. And I've been in here twice as a coach, once as an assistant, once as a head coach when I was at SFA, but they were redoing Scholmeyer, so we played over at the volleyball place, and that didn't go so well. So my first time to win in here, so that felt good. But yeah, got some family friends, some people from the SFA days are here as well, so had a good little contingent. But my parents still live here. My brother lives in Dallas, so good to have them here.
What do you miss the most about Texas?
The Mexican food and barbecue, without question. So yeah, definitely miss that. Of course, family from a little bit, but they can get up there quite a bit as well. But yeah, Mexican food and barbecue, I miss tremendously.
What about you guys have a really tough stretch with, I guess it's OU, Kansas State, and Baylor again. So it's like getting those 3. How important was it to get a solid win tonight?
Yeah, and we just played Baylor too, so it's 4 out of 5 here. So we knew this was the gauntlet, this was the stretch that we need to find a way to get through. And we just need to pick off somebody. We need to get another ranked win, which we had one earlier against Penn State, but OU will come in ranked now on Saturday. And then I hadn't thought too much past that one, but I know what's coming for sure. But we'll have to put our full attention to Oklahoma, who's leading the Big 12 at the moment. So we'll get prepared, and they'll have our full attention.
And I know that you guys are having pink out in Morgantown. They had it here tonight. How important, special is that for you?
Yeah, no, it's always special, and women's basketball in particular, and the KYAL Fund, and man, I don't know how much money they're raising now, but it's a tremendous amount, and we'll honor our survivors, on Saturday as well. I wasn't sure. I think they may have did something. I heard them clapping for some people over there at maybe one of the timeouts. So yeah, special opportunity for us, and I always say real men wear pink, so I got no problem wearing the pink shoes today, and we'll put on the pink at our place on Saturday. But yeah, very special.
And then you left your starters in there for a long time. How come you did that?
No, I don't know about that. We had JJ in there, took Jordan out with 8.5 minutes to go in the game. So no, that last group played probably the last seven minutes. So no, it wasn't. I didn't think we did it all, to be honest.
Okay.
You had 4 girls reach double digit scoring, and almost everyone scored. Just talk about kind of the ball movement, just the way things kind of got going for you guys.
Yeah, there were 2 goals we had, one of which was I wanted 17 or more assists tonight because I didn't think we moved it very well at Baylor, and I think we had 13 or 14 assists. And then I wanted 4 in double figures. And we can get a little ball dominant, dribble it a little bit too much. That's not the way I would like to play. I would like to share it, everybody touch it. kick it ahead in transition, and I thought we didn't do that very well at Baylor, and again, we got a little dribble happy. So yeah, we moved it, shared it, everybody touched it. Typically, I think when you get an open shot and you've touched the ball, it's more likely to go in. If you hadn't touched it in 3 minutes or 4 minutes, then all of a sudden you get an open shot, you're probably not going to make it. So yeah, we want touches by everybody, and that starts with Jordan Harrison. She's kind of the one that starts that for us. But that was a goal coming in, was to get some ball movement and then to get 4 in double figures. That was even written up on the board before the game. So yeah, we checked both of those.
Only at 50 points in the team, I mean, that's well over half your points. Maybe it wasn't a focus going into the game, but was that something you want to just kind of get inside and get those?
Yeah, that's really every game, and we call it playing from the inside out. We always want to play from the inside out, even though, we're not the biggest team. Obviously, TCU without Sedona is not nearly as big either, but it was, for us, like paint points, paint touches, even if you're not getting points in there, inside out threes, those types of things just tend to go a little bit more. So, yeah, we were trying to be cognizant of getting it into the paint. Again, at Baylor, we settled for way too many, shots outside of the paint that weren't threes, and so analytically, those people don't like that. They want layups and threes. So, just trying to be cognizant of getting the ball to the rim, and typically good things happen. We just have to do it differently a little bit. We don't have the big back-to-basket dominant necessarily post player either, so we have to do it a little bit differently.
Can you touch on your defense? Y'all did pretty well and also finishing the night with 16 steals.
Yeah, we lead the country in steals, or somewhere in there, first, second, or third, something like that. Turnovers 4. So that's a little bit of who we are. That is our identity. Again, I thought we had some early. We just gave them all right back, and then we finally got into that third quarter, and that's what we can do. We can go on a 9-0 run or 10-0 run or 11-0 run pretty quickly, and, if we're up 4 or 5, it can turn to 15, and it just feels like maybe we punched you a little bit, and then it gives us enough separation to finish.
Does that give you a lot of confidence as a coach to know that your team can come back when needed?
Yeah, and we haven't been down a ton, a lot. Obviously at Baylor we were for the majority of the night, and we didn't come back. But I've said all year, we have a very, even keel temperament about our team. They don't really get too high, they don't get too low. There's times at practice I just well, where is our energy? This is the most boring practice I've ever seen. But they respond, and so I've kind of just chilled a little bit as a coach and become a little less animated with this group because they weren't responding to it, and that's kind of been fun in a way. I've never had a team quite as chill as this group. But every time somebody makes a run, it doesn't seem to bother us. If we're making a run, we stay pretty, like I said, even keel as well. But yeah, they've been a really fun group to coach.